this is a weekend for mother, and the mother-child relationship is the first teaching for the child, the first teacher. And that's the teacher gives classes on chemistry and social relations. And because it's first, that relationship, that set of roles are absolutely important to us in this incarnation. But sometimes that role starts to diminish. Like I remember when I was at Harvard, visiting my mother and father's farm, and I had a telephone call from a patient of mine who was in a hospital, and he couldn't dial directly, so he called me. They charged it to our phone, my mother's phone, and the call went on for about an hour, and I realized that this was a very important call for this guy. And my mother came in and she says, do your friends have to call you to collect? And I thought to myself, my friends never talk to me this way. And so I found myself saying, look, I don't need a mother at this moment. I really need a friend. And I walked out. And I came back, and she came back, she just came up to me and she says, I want to be your friend. And we shifted that. He shifted the roles. Now, people are living longer and longer and longer, so that our parents are living into the 70s and 80s and 90s. And I'd say, in this week, I have gotten calls from people telling their mother needs a home. That was one thing. Then there was one where a mother had Alzheimer's, and then another one was the mother was dying. And these things require creativity on our parts. They require openness. For example, we usually think it's bad when generations live together. But in India, the generations all live together. Where would they get babysitters? So you've got to question the culture we live in. How we're going to arrange for old parents. I remember when my mother was in the hospital and she was dying, and I came to see her from a music festival, and I was stoned. And she has been given stuff from the hospital. And we got into a wonderful conversation about death. And it was fun. It was really fun. And Mother and I were two souls considering death. And it was a beautiful conversation. And then I remember going to her funeral. This was one of those funerals in the cemetery. All the people on one side, the casket, and the family on the other side, so that everybody can see the family. And as I listening to the rabbi, what I did was I had my mother flying around, and then she settled on my shoulder, and we were just in ecstasy to see all the love, all these people towards her. And I was going to smile, and then, oh God, because I was the druggie in the family, and all they said, oh, he takes drugs. He smiles at his mother's funeral. So I couldn't afford to smile. One thing changed with my mother. When I met Maharaji, he knew everything. He knew that my mother had died. He knew the spleen that she died of, the whole thing, and which was meant in my heart. And but then what he said, your mother is a very high being. No, he said, your mother is a very high soul. And you know, I never even thought of her as a soul. Sort of in the cemetery, but I wouldn't have. All that time, I had considered her only with my ego. The roles we played, she was the mother and I was the son. And then his saying that, and I went to think, mother and I are souls, and I could feel that conversation as souls say, okay, you be the mother this time, and we'll play. And the roles were part of the incarnation, while the souls stood out. Pierre de Chardin, he said, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the human experience includes mothering. And the role of mother and child, as great as it is, must not overshadow our roles as souls. In other words, soul will be over role. Yeah. When there is prayer, there is a prayer to the Guru, and says, the Guru is my mother. It says, it doesn't say, but we can also extrapolate. God is our mother. Environmentalists say the planet is our mother. But the mothers are all feeding us. And it's good for the mother to feed us. feed us spiritually. To feed us spiritually. Then, at that point, the mother has a self-identification with soul, and she will feel her child is a fellow soul. She doesn't go, my child. She feels, there is a fellow soul. It came through me, so that could incarnate. But now, what is it to be? What is it to be? Wait a minute.
Can you pass me those slides? Just while I'm there.
We're terribly unorganized. Okay?
Yeah, I have the headphones. So you go come back? Are you coming back?
What?
Are you going to come back?
No.
No. Just wait, go back. Aloha, thank you for joining us again for our May Ram Dass Live webcast. We have a couple of announcements for some upcoming retreats. The first one is in August, and it's from August 22nd to the 24th here on Maui at our local yoga studio, the Studio Maui in Haiku. And this features Ram Dass with Leohu Rider, Tai Burho and Karnamrita for music, and Mark St. Pierre will be doing Anusara Yoga, and this is a 3-day event which will feature 5 yoga classes, 3 live musical performances, 3 sessions with Ram Dass and Leohu Rider, 2 dinners and 1 lunch, all for one low price of $100 for the whole weekend. And for those of you who haven't yet experienced Leohu Rider, she is a spiritual leader, a composer, and a performer, and an educator here on Maui. And she has been an emissary of Aloha and an advocate for the indigenous mind in all people. And everything she does in her personal and professional life is a gesture of selfless service, both for her ohana and the global community. So this is a very powerful weekend, again, August 22nd through the 24th. We also have 2 retreats coming up on the Big Island. The first one in November from the 5th through the 10th at the Keohu Beach Resort, and that's on the Kona side of the Big Island. And that is with Ram Dass and Reverend Michael Beckwith and Ricky Byers-Beckwith. And we have Dave Stringer, who will be chanting with us for Kirtan and Yoga with Mark Whitwell. In December, from the 10th through the 15th, at the Kalani Oceanside Retreat Center on the Hilo side of the Big Island, Ram Dass and Krishna Das retreat. And that will feature yoga with Saul David Ray and meditation with Trudy Goodman. So some beautiful events coming up, and you can visit ramdas.org or call Ram Dass Center for Spiritual Studies at 888-663-7770. Aloha, thank you for joining us. We'll keep this session open for some chat if you'd like to converse with each other. And thank you again. See you soon.
Hi, I'm back again. Hi, I'm back again. I just want to hang out with you. Because my notes didn't long enough. They weren't long enough.
Love ya, yay. Bring our boy back, they said. We want to hang out with you too. We love you, RD. Love you, Rom. Rom. Thank you for being you. Cliff, I love you, Bob.
All one, the love. I love you, Ramdas. I love you, Baba. Thank you, Ramdas. Thank you, RD. This is a work of art. Thank you, thank you.
Love from Ireland.
From where?
Ireland.
It's one from Ireland. It's kind of strange to be talking all around the world. Amore. Hugs. I love you all. I just love you all.
Nova Scotia.
You know, one of the these are all one of these last month, I introduced my mantra where it's I can't. This is.
If you keep it here, it'll pick up.
Okay. Is that it good? And the mantra was, I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. And I'm now at this moment aware of you, and I am loving towards you. But now what's happened is the people that lived with me, they started to use it. I am loving awareness. And every time I get mad, I am loving awareness. It's great. It's the birds that Aldous Huxley had. Attention, 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 the birds say. So if you can, a bird in your family that will give I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. See, awareness is in the heart, and you are aware of your thoughts going the river of thoughts, and like your ego is a thought, and all of your life is thoughts. But a thought, but you know, when you bring your attention to the here and now, here and now, there's no thought. Thoughts take you into the past and into the future. Just here and now. In this, a woman was telling me her problems, and she was telling me how miserable she was. And I said, well, this moment, are you miserable? She said, no. But try immersion yourself in this moment. In this moment. Because the rest of it is thoughts. It's thoughts. I'll see you just your comments, because let's see. I can't stop smiling either. Be still and know that I am God. I like it when you talk without your nose. See, the notes is the notes. That's my old professor days. My notes, and I'm scared to get. I'm sure it's my ego, but I'm scared to get on this microphone without notes. Although Maharaji would give me the right things to say. I'll speak to you from the silence. Says no possibility for error, somebody said. Somebody said, you look like you're doing very well. How do you do it? I just go on living. You know, I'm 77. It's really, aging is joyous. It really is joyous. You've got wisdom. You've got all your events of your life, and you've got compassion, and you've got silence inside. You don't have to make noise every minute. you all. I love you all. That's something I'm sure Maharaji made me say. Because he loves you all. He loves you all. I climb into my imagination and he and I converse. Let's see.
Thank you for bringing Maharaji to us.
Thank you for bringing Maharaji to us. If that's what I did in my life, that if I did was bringing Maharaji to more and more people. That's accomplishment. That is accomplishment. We are all swimming in it. Thank you, Maharaji. Is the overrole of the soul obstructed by thought? No. Because nothing obstructs the soul. In fact, the thought is part of the incarnation, and the incarnation is part of our karma. Oh, there's so many comments, and I get you. I can't become a drag. So goodbye. Goodbye. I love you so much. I love you. I love us because we are souls. We are souls. We are spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings.
Now we can talk.
What about this?
I turned the audio off. You turned it off.
Right. It was great.
Quick.
Oh, it's 25 of now.
All right.
So
I don't prepare enough, do I?
It was perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.